GP would provide. What a great place for the MTA Formula Fords, the nursery class of New Zealand motorsports, to strut their stuff in front of international team managers here for the World Cup of Motorsport. A huge crowd packed the grandstands for what would be round 3 of the MTA Formula Ford Championship. On pole position for race 1, championship points leader Sam McNeil from Palmerston North.
Yesterday in practice you were lightning fast, you know, like a massive amount in front of anyone else, but in today's qualifying, Craig Innes is not that far behind.
Yeah, Craig's got his car set up finally and he's going good. But the track changed a lot from the second practice to qualifying, so we didn't sort of adjust to that as well as I would have liked, but we're still in P1, so that's all that matters.
Looking forward to impressing in front of the big single-seater fans?
Yeah, it's going to be cool racing in front of a big crowd. I sort of haven't really done it before, so it'll be good fun.
The racing for the MTA Formula Fords was structured over 3 days, and it was their class that got to strut their stuff first up on Friday. Grid position sees top qualifier Sam McNeil in grid position 1. Alongside of him, it's Craig Innes. Row number 2, it's Andrew Waite from Auckland, and Tom Renui's Daniel Gillison. So we are set for a start in race 1 for the MTA Formula Fords. It's round 3 of their championship, and it is Palmerston North Sam McNeil on pole position. So we wait for the red lights to go out, and we're racing in the MTA Formula Fords, and it's a great start from Daniel Gillison trying to get up the middle of the racetrack, but it's Sam McNeil that'll lead them into the first turn, and going with them is Craig Innes. Oh, and there's a little bit of contact there, and Innes goes round, and I think Andrew Waite was in it as well. So we lose 2 of the favourites early on. Innes spins off onto the infield. Meantime, out in the front, it is number 19, and that's Sam McNeil. Oh, and someone else gone straight ahead too. And that is, by the look of it, number 15, Hugh Gardner, and I think he's lost the drive shaft on the car there. So a red flag, the race has been stopped. Have a look at it on the replay. It starts earlier on. Gillison gets into Andrew Waite. That spins round Craig Innes. Innes goes off onto the grass, and then there's problems there for... There it is on another angle of it. Plenty of altitude there for the 48 car of Waite, number 11 off onto the grass, and then more problems here. Bodywork shed from some of the cars. Around goes the Popular Motors car of Hugh Gardner after the drive shaft break. So we're under the safety car conditions. The GE Money Audi heads back to the pit lane. We get set for the restart, and Sam McNeil's caught them napping here. A big gap between him and second place man. I think it's Kim Crocker at the moment as they head down the long pit straight. Kane Lobb looks to move to the outside and try to put a pass on Michael Burdett. That's the first 4 of them as they battle through turn 1 here at the Taupo for this A1 GP weekend. Down past the fastest part of the racetrack now, and this battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th, and Kane Lobb is in there in the Hydrolink car on the inside. Outside of him it is Michael Burdett, car number 74. Now a lot expected of Burdett this weekend. They've taken delivery of their own car. They have been leasing a car in the past, and now they've got Engine Supremo Randall Edgell on the team. So look for good horsepower from car number 74. 89 John Whelan from Dunedin wants a piece of it as well. And remember, this is a battle for the minor placings because Sam McNeil out front has all but disappeared. So second place at the moment, Kim Crocker, then it's Lobb, and then it would be John Whelan. So by lap 3, the battle was car number 74, Michael Burdett, and 35, and that was James Mitchell from Christchurch. These guys scrapping for the minor placings. Lap 4, nothing had changed at the front of the field, but the battle now, 2nd and 3rd, Kim Crocker, the snap printing car. Up the inside of him goes number 60. This is Kane Lobb from Christchurch. So positions changing behind Sam McNeil. Heading down the long back straight here at Taupo. These cars absolutely evenly matched. Kim Crocker on the inside, Lobb on the outside. In it as well is car number 89. That's John Whelan from Dunedin. Through the corkscrew and down onto the pit straight they come once again. Crocker from Tauranga. Lobb from Whangarei. This man, though, is absolutely laid waste to the field here. He is a mile in front. This is so un-Formula Ford-like. Huge margins between 1st and 2nd place as we watch this battle for 2nd. 5, Kim Crocker is in it. 89 slips up the inside of the Hydrolink car to move through into 2nd. Nothing in it for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. But look at the advantage that Sam McNeil has got as they head down past the stripe once again. Whelan has to concede to Kane Lobb, so he moves into 3rd place now. Closing stages of the race, and 19, the points leader in the MTA Formula Ford. Well, they must have found something in qualifying because they have absolutely shot this field to pieces. Heading down now towards the checkered flag to put win number 1 in the book for Palmerston North, Sam McNeil. He wins it and wins it easily. In second place, I think it'll be Kim Crocker. It'll be desperately close between him and Kane Lobb. Lobb may have to concede third place, and that's the way the judges saw it as well. So McNeil gets the win. 5.53 seconds later, Kim Crocker crosses the line in second place. Then it's Lobb, Whelan, Kurt Peterson from Auckland.
Kane, great drive from 8th through to 3rd.
Yeah, no, I'm rapid today. Wasn't expecting it. Just drove around a few turn cars and I went pretty quick. So it was a pity I couldn't get past Kim. So no, next race possibly.
Kim, second place. That looked like pretty hard work.
It is for old boys. It's hard work, but we haven't raced since Pukekohe when we damaged the car. So this was a new beginning for us.
Sam, another race win. In that case, it was probably a massive race win.
Yeah, I'd sort of found myself hearing all the little noises that you think you're hearing and imaginary problems coming up, but it was good fun to go out there and just race myself and try and beat my time each lap.
So can Sam McNeil make it 2 for 2 here at Taupo for the A1GP, part of the MTA Formula Ford's third round in their championship. So if we have a look at the grid, it is still the same as the qualifying position. Sam McNeil on pole position. Alongside of him, Taupo's Craig Innes. Row 2, Andrew Waite and Daniel Gillison. They get set for a start. Will it be another Sam McNeil benefit? Great start coming from Nick Buxeter at the back and Grant Campbell as well, but out in the front already it is car number 19. And another good start there from Daniel Gillison by the look of it. He moves through into second place. Crocker caught up on the outside. Everybody safely through turn 1 and 2 here at Taupo. This 3.3 kilometre circuit. It really has been a test for man and machine all weekend, and it's certainly been the same for the MTA Formula Fords. Better start this time for number 74, Michael Vidette, in the wins car. McNeil comes out of turn 5, already starting to put a bit of distance between himself and Daniel Gillison from Taumarunui. 15, they repaired the drive shaft. This is Hugh Gardner from Auckland. And right in behind him, it is car number 36, Kurt Peterson, in the Cuisine Concepts, Van Diemen. Not a good start from Andrew Waite, so he's got a bit of work to do to try and get up amongst the top runners here. Kane Lobb battling there with number 35. We saw that in race number 1. That's James Mitchell from Christchurch. Down past the fastest part of the racetrack here, heading into the big double-edged sweeper, and Lobb's got it wrong. Oh, he just touched the wheel of the car in front of him, and that's a huge, huge accident for the youngster from Whangarei. That is a huge accident. You see Lobb moving around in the cockpit, and can you believe it? He climbs out unaided. Unbelievable. Look at the wreckage of his Hydrolink car, and Kane Lobb walks away. Have a look at this on the replay. You're watching the yellow car. It picks up the 35, I think it was, James Mitchell, and then the young pilot is just along for the ride, and what a ride it was. Another angle. Up over the left rear goes Kane Lobb. The open wheel cars, that's always going to happen in a situation like that. The car tumbles and rolls. The amazing thing is that Kane Lobb walked away without a scratch. The car virtually destroyed. So we're once again in the company of the GE Money safety car. It heads back to the pits. We get set for the restart. Sam McNeil in front. Let's see if he will pull another disappearing act here. Andrew Waite's a little bit closer. That's him down the inside. Watch 2 for Daniel Gillison in 4th place. And Hugh Gardner doing a little bit better on the restart. But already you see Sam McNeil drifting away from the pack. Here is car number 11. This is Craig Innes, the local. Right in behind him, it's car number 48. That's a championship-winning car from last year. That's Andrew Waite. Behind him, St Eden's John Whelan. So once again, they are scrapping for whatever scraps that Sam McNeil leads them, because he has already got a significant advantage as they move into this first lap after the restart. McNeil, the Palmerston North Finances car, already in command of this one. Then it's Innes. Then it is 48, Andrew Waite. Waite getting his first win in round 2 of the Formula Fords. And there we see the customary Formula Ford snake as they work away around this serpentine 3.3 kilometre track past the old Taupo clubhouse now. Changes for 3rd and 4th by the look of it. John Whelan having a good long look up the outside of Andrew Waite. Can't make the pass stick. Maybe they're just being held up at the moment by Craig Innes. It's Innes back in 2nd place. race, or mid-corner correction there for Kim Crocker, nearly cost him a spot as well. So this battle can... Oh, and Kim Crocker's got the arm out the window. Now, I think he thinks that the yellow flags are still out. That's why he's had the arm out the window, and you can see a distinctive gap starting to open up now, so we'll see what the outcome of this will be. Crocker, the snap printing car number 5. Here is this battle we talked about before. Daniel Gillison from Tamaranui, 74. Auckland's Michael Burdett, currently battling for 5th and 6th place. Meantime, 2nd and 3rd gets a little bit closer now. Waite dives down the inside through turn 1, and Burdett gets it wrong. Well, I think he had a bit of a help. I'd love to see a replay of that. Meantime, the action continues. 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Andrew Waite now up into 2nd in the Valvoline car. Then it's Innes, then it's Whelan, then it's Gillison. Next one back would be Kim Crocker. Here is the replay. Watch the 74 car. Oh, and I think he just tagged Daniel Gillison, and it was enough to set him into a spin in turn number 1. So Sam McNeil halfway up the back straight as we watch this battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. 48, 89 and 11 are the numbers. Oh, and a radical move there from John Whelan. It doesn't work for him. He's got to concede it, and he heads off over the grass. And can you believe it? He comes back onto the track, and he retains 3rd place. Well, the judges will want to have a good look at that. But for the moment anyway, John Whelan from Dunedin lives to fight another day. He's back in 3rd. Right behind him, it is Craig Innes. Coming down the inside of Innes, it is Daniel Gillison, the number 9 car. And then Kim Crocker back onto this chain as well. So 5 cars battling out the minor placings here in race number 2 for the MTA Formula 4s, because as we saw in race number 1, here's this replay of this move by John Whelan, just as they come through onto the pit straight, heads to the grass and rejoins back in 3rd place. Nothing Craig Innes can do about it. Well, as I was saying, as we saw in race number 1, Sam McNeil has all but disappeared. Plenty of good action behind him, though. Oh, and Whelan's got it wrong all on his own this time round, and it's the same spot he had problems in the previous lap. Car number 89, the man from Dunedin, the Chevron Motor Court sponsored car, will get back going, but he's got a lot of ground to make up now, and it's the last lap. So Sam McNeil, the points leader in the MTA Formula 4s in this race number 2 for round number 3, is going to come through unchallenged once again. It has been an absolute dominant performance for the man from Palmerston North. Finished 3rd in the title chase last year, and he is going to come through and win handsomely. Down the long straight here at Taupo for the very last time for Sam McNeil. The Palmerston North Finance Chrysler Daimler sponsored Van Diemen Stealth. And look at the advantage he's got, and as I said before, unusual to see such a huge gap between 1st and 2nd in what normally is one of the closest forms of New Zealand motorsport. Checkered flag comes out. Sam McNeil wins it easily here at Taupo. 2nd place will be Andrew Waite from Auckland. In 3rd place it'll be Craig Innes, and in 4th it'll be car number 9, and that's Daniel Gillison. Right in behind him, car number 5, Kim Crocker, and then 15, Hugh Gardner. And that's the way the judges saw it as well. So Sam McNeil, not quite as dominant as he was in the first race, just 4.94 seconds in front of Andrew Waite this time, with the local man Craig Innes in 3rd.
Craig Innes, you must be pretty pleased with that podium after yesterday's disaster.
Yeah, it was a lot better than yesterday. Sam and I went in with a bit of a plan to sort of keep it clean and pull a gap on the field, but that all went away in the first corner. 3rd we're actually happy with. We damaged the car yesterday and fixed it in pit lane, ended up racing with about 60 mil tow and sort of goosed the front tyres, so it was a bit of a challenge then.
Andrew Waite, a bit of a lonely 2nd place. What can you do about that 19 car?
Oh, just work on the car, see what we can do. Had a crash yesterday, had to repair the car, so it was the first time out. The car was reasonably okay, so we'll just work on it, do a few setup changes and see what happens.
Sam McNeil, another strong win.
Yeah, it couldn't be a better start. Makes the day a little bit more relaxed, but we've still got one more to go, and I want to get the clean sweep.
You must be looking pretty healthy.
Kane Lobb's team, when they brought this car back on Saturday.
Well, thankfully, most of the bodywork and the suspension just flew off the car, and essentially we've just put a complete set of suspension on it and resurrected the old bodywork because of to keep the sponsorship the same for today, and a new engine and a bit of work in the gearbox, crown wheel and pinion, and a few other things. So yeah, it wasn't too bad really.
So if we have a look at the grid for the third and final race, the amazing thing is I can tell you that Kane Lobb will start. Sam McNeil on pole position. Kim Crocker now takes over in grid position 2. But watch for car number 60. The boys work till well past midnight to get the Hydrolink car into race shape again. And he is in this field, amazingly enough. Not a scratch after that huge accident yesterday here at the Superpoints A1GP. Great start from Kim Crocker, and he's denied Sam McNeil first spot into turn 1. For McNeil back in second place. Then it's number 11, another one that's worked hard during the night to get the Lugton's car back to 100%. That's Craig Innes, and right in behind him it is Andrew Waite in the Valvoline car. That's the championship winning car from last year. Oh, and already a little bit of rubbing and racing going on here as 19, Sam McNeil, just slots his left front wheel in between the right rear and the right front of Kim Crocker. Now, normally that would spell disaster, but these two get away with it. Crocker stays in the front. Sam McNeil putting on the pressure now, though. There is car number 60, just got a glimpse of Kane Lobb, so he's back in the field at the moment, but we'll watch with interest his progress. But it's the man from Tauranga out in the front, Kim Crocker, the snap printing car. Then we go back to Sam McNeil. Also in this one is car number 11, Craig Innes. Now we've seen in the last 2 races that McNeil, who's already hit the front as they go through the big long sweeper at the end of the circuit here at Taupo, has won these races in the past by the margins of 4.9 and 5.4 seconds. I was just got problems here for John Whelan from Dunedin. Rear suspension failure by the look of it there. Down the long front straight they come into the left-right kink, and problems again for Craig Innes in the Lugton's car. He just outbrakes himself and loses 3 spots in the process. Well, the word is that the safety car has been deployed to remove John Whelan's car, and there's problems here on the main straight. Now, I wonder if this is an anticipation of the safety car coming out. Andrew Waite's in it. You see the field slowing down in front of him. Have a look at this from a different angle. Watch for the blue car. It gets tagged by Kurt Peterson, number 36. There's a better look at it. Peterson just had nowhere to go and just drills the back of Andrew Waite's car. Amazingly, both cars will continue. Well, confusion reigns here as we're back behind the GE Money Audi safety car in the third and final race for the MTA Formula Fords. Restart coming up, and McNeil back to his custom spot at the front of the field. Kim Crocker through in second place. Amazingly enough, Andrew Waite is back in third, taking a very heavy hit there from Kurt Peterson. Kurt Peterson back in fourth. The man in, make it fifth, the man in fourth place is Craig Innes. So McNeil out in the front. Only half a second in it in qualifying, but we've seen McNeil disappear by huge margins in both of the races. I wonder if this one will be the same. Kim Crocker keeping him honest at the moment. There is Andrew Waite. Just looking, can't see any visible damage to the back of that car, but it took a huge hit from Kurt Peterson. His car easily recognisable by the fact that it's now got no nose cone. Big crowd in for Sunday's racing here for the A1GP, but we're watching race number 3 of the MTA Formula Fords. And it is Sam McNeil out in the front. There is number 60, Kane Lobb. And right in behind him, I think it's car number 23. Now, that's Russell Hartley. And the car just ahead of him, I think, is the car he tripped over to have his big accident on the Saturday's racing. Amazing that they've got this car back in race shape, and Kane Lobb is certainly taking an active part in this one. Out of the Fisher and Paykel turn and down the long back straight they come. 19, the race leader, that is Sam McNeil. Then it's Kim Crocker, then it's Andrew Waite, then it's Michael Burdett, and this is the next one through. 15 is Hugh Gardner. Just up ahead of him it is Daniel Gillison, car number 9. There is a new man to the MTA Formula Fords, and that's Martin Short, son of Jeff Short. Kurt Peterson without the nose cone. Just in front of him it is Daniel Gillison. Problems here for Grant Campbell, probably the oldest man in the field and a past champion, into the pits. And already there's been another change at the front of the field. Second and third have swapped places. It's now Michael Burdett in second, Crocker back into third, Waite in fourth. Kane Lobb up to 7th place now. Sam McNeil continuing to calling the shots here at the MTA Formula Fords third and final race. The big crowd enjoying the exciting close quarters action that we hadn't seen in races 1 and 2. We've certainly got them here, and problems for car number 11, Craig Innes. Well, it's been a troubled weekend for the local man. And he's got suspension problems, broken suspension on the Luckton's real estate car, so he'll be back in the pits. And I wonder if that's a bit of a hand-me-down from what happened yesterday. Meantime, action here. Andrew Waite up the inside through the Fisher and Paykel turn. Kim Crocker's got to sit in behind for a little while longer. Plenty of drafting on the long back straight. Sam McNeil doesn't need to draft because he's got a huge advantage now. And here comes Crocker straight back at Andrew Waite. Now who's going to go to the brake pedal? The latest. Crocker on the outside, Waite on the inside. Waite's got track position, or has he? Crocker has to concede. So there is number 36, Kurt Pedersen, watching all this. 31 behind him, Nick Buxeda's in. It's number 35, and that is James Mitchell from Christchurch in the B&T car. The Vantage aluminium car is Martin Short. They're battling it out for the minor positions. Meantime, out in the front, no change. Sam McNeil still leads, but all the action for second, third and fourth at the moment. 31, Nick Buxeda had his first win in Formula Fords at round 1 at Pukekohe. This is Kane Lobb, and just up in front of him it is car number 9, and that's Daniel Gillison from Taupo. So at the moment these two battling out for 6th and 7th place in the third race of the MTA Formula Fords. And what a battle it is, and Kane Lobb certainly lost none of his bravery as he comes into the Fisher and Paykel sweeper at the top end of the circuit. In this battle as well, car number 23, Russell Hartley. Meantime, at the front of the field, Sam McNeil extending that lead now from Michael Burdett in second place, Andrew Waite in third, and Kim Crocker now dropping back to fourth. Number 19, Sam McNeil. Is he going to make it a clean sweep here at Taupo for the A1 GP weekend? He won race 1, he won race 2, and he gets the ticket flag and wins race 3. So a hatful of points for the MTA Formula Ford Championship for Sam McNeil from Palmerston North. Second place will be Michael Burdett from Auckland, 1.69 seconds behind, and in third it's Andrew Waite, also from Auckland. Fourth place was Tauranga's Kim Crocker, and in fifth it's Taumanui's Daniel Gillison.
Andrew Waite, a great battle there for third place.
Yeah, no, it was a good race. Didn't get the best starts, but just battled with Kim Crocker and pulled off a good result, finally passing for third.
Michael Burdett, finally something to smile about, and finally getting towards the front of the pack.
Yeah, it was the worst start to the weekend we could have wished for. 2 DNS out of 2 starts. It wasn't what we wanted. You know, we got the new car over from Australia. We're just struggling with it. Saturday we driver error, and Friday we blew an engine, so it wasn't good, but we finally made up for it today. We showed the pace, and we're happy with that.
Sam McNeil, another dominant performance, but it wasn't all easy this one.
No, Kim tried to make it as hard as he could, and I got some yellow paint on my tyres to show for it, but yeah, we got through and got away before Michael came through. It looks like they got set up in that last one.
So if we have a look at the points after round number 3, it is Sam McNeil with a commanding lead from Andrew Waite, Daniel Gillison and Auckland's Hugh Gardner. Further down through the field, the big movers this weekend, James Mitchell from Christchurch and also John Whelan from Dunedin. To the back to go the spoils, and Sam McNeil makes it a perfect 3 for 3 here at Taupo. And the bad news continues for the MTA Formula Ford field, because the next round is at his home track at the Manfield Auto Course. We'll see you then.